It has been so long since we actually do a bunda session together, so today is your lucky day, amore. Let's get started. First of all, what you need to know is that I train my bunda 3 times a week. So today we're going to be, every single day will be different. So it's not the same approach, the same kind of volume and exercises, and the types of exercises I'll choose will change according to the day. Also, I've been on holiday, like you know. I've been away, so it's kind of like the first few sessions returning from holiday. That means I am not going to push for heavy weights because I'm readjusting after like a bit of a break, which we all have, okay, and it's normal. This session is not going to be pushed on heavy weights, but rather just getting back and transitioning back into the gym. So also if you've had a bit of a pause and break, it's also good to get back. So in this session I'll be looking more at achieving the pump, if it makes sense. It's going to be more pump oriented, but without any further ado, let's go, because I'm already getting tired of talking and not doing. So the first one is going to be a lovely superset that we're going to be doing with this machine, the hip thrust machine, but then we're going to be switching with a different one that I will show you in a minute. As you can see, the weight is not too heavy, especially for the first set. I'm going to see if I want to build it up slowly depending on how I feel with this one. And what I want to focus here is going instead all the range of motion. So going all the way down. I actually like to lift my feet up slightly and then push again. So achieving a good range of motion and squeeze. All the way up. Straight away, we're not resting, so we're going to do this little variation that is a little bit different. So this machine over here is really good to build your top glutes. So if you want to build and focus on the superior region, you want to do this machine, but a little bit different from how people normally do it. Normally people tend to lean more forward, which means that you'll tend to target more your gluteus maximus. If you want to target your gluteus medius and minimus, so the upper area, I'm already without breath, you'll have to actually lean backwards. So instead of sitting with your bum close to it, you want to actually almost like sit a little bit further on the edge and leaning backwards, like so. It's really, really good if you want to target the shelf, okay? To here, I like to go to failure because also I'm not using a really heavy weight, and this is also not a very heavy session in general. So failure means as many reps as you can until you can't no more. Okay, I'm about to introduce you. I know that I said this was not going to be a heavy session, but it doesn't mean heavy is not hard. So we're going to go hard. And this variation, amore, is going to hurt you. But you know I'm evil, but in real life I'm not doing it for you really, and I do it for my clients too when I do the programs. But every program, you know what's more even effective than just watching a video? Doing a program that has been made specifically for you. This is what will help you grow and get the fastest results. So if you want me to create the perfect plan for you, workouts, nutrition, everything included, link in the description below. Because copying a random workout is one thing, but doing a workout that has been made specifically for you, for your body goals and what you look like, will get you there so much faster. But anyway, this is not a variation that a lot of beginners can do, because it's a reverse lunge variation, as you can see on the Smith machine, but it's going to be a 10 times more spicy. So the first time I want you to try it with no weight if you're trying it for the first time, okay? And let me show you what the best angle is for this. Okay, and we're gonna go for like the normal standard lunge variation that you would do, okay? So imagine you're doing reverse lunge. That's your first beginning position, okay? But now, you ready for this? Your foot is gonna stay up the whole time. So it's almost like the assistance that you normally give yourself by keeping the foot on the floor is gone, poof, disappear. And now we're gonna be, of course, always leaning more forward for that glute activation and going all the way down and then up. You will find this, I swear, so much harder than normal. Honestly, you'll be like, yeah, how is this possible? But it is. I even struggle a little bit with the range of motion, because if you don't have like good hips as well, and if you have a little bit tight hips with this, good luck. So this 3 to 4 times. I want you to practice first with not weight, because it's going to be difficult, trust me, amore. So what you're gonna be doing is going all the way down, okay, maintaining this leg up the whole time. Ballerina, yeah? It is very complicated, I swear, even I really struggle with this, but I want to practice and really get the hang of it. So for sets. Okay, I did 4 sets of that exercise and I was feeling literally shaking. My form is still crap. I'll insert some clip. I tried to add 5 kilos on each side and oh boy. Definitely need to do some mobility for my hips as well, and don't forget to do that too if you want to do this exercise. Now, the next exercise is one of my favorites, and I do it instead of RDLs. I have a love and hate relationship with RDLs. Some people absolutely love them and they'd say, oh my god, the best thing for the glutes. Great. If it works for you, amazing, okay? Bravissimo, amore. But unfortunately, I don't like them, okay? I tried and I just prefer this other variation I'm going to show you. We're going to be staying on the Smith machine, so let me show you. Okay, so before you judge, wait, because this is good mornings, but with a twist, okay? I like to do them a little bit more different because some people always say every time, and especially even my clients initially when they do and try this exercise, they think, oh my god, I feel it in my back and lower back, I can't really feel it in my glutes, what's happening, I feel it in my hamstrings. It's because your form, darling, you're not doing it right, okay? So once you do it right, what we normally do with our clients, we actually review our form. So you'll send us exactly you doing the exercise and then we will give you tips there and then, or even live if you want to. So we actually offer this service to help you improve your form because there's no point in you copying an exercise and you don't even know if you're actually doing this right. Before anything, form is key, okay? So for this exercise, imagine it's like a sort of RDL. So imagine you're doing an RDL. What you start first from your hips. So you'll be bending down at your hips like this. And as we bend down, the more you bend down, you have to start the bending at your knees as well. If you keep your knees straight, imagine that you're doing the stretching, okay? You're touching. When we do your stretching for your hamstrings, what we do, we keep our legs straight and we try to touch our toes, right? This is when you start feeling your hamstrings. So what do we do to actually counteract this? We'll instead add a bend at our knees. The moment you bend your knees like so, you start feeling it in your glutes as well more. So let's recap. The movement will start with your hips, okay? And you have to play a little bit with your stance because it depends as well on the inclination of the Smith machine. Can you see that this is slightly angled? There's some Smith machine that are completely vertical. So the easiest tip I can tell you is to try with less weight first and also with different foot positionings, okay? Because as well, even your body composition, your body structure, how long your limbs are and everything will always affect even the way you will feel a certain exercise, okay? Your genetics. So this is what I recommend in general. Unless obviously we watch you, we will tell you straight away what you have to do and we will correct you in the videos and with a part of the one-to-one coaching, of course. So what we're going to be doing is we start the movement with our hips, okay? So we'll go directly under. I like to keep my heels directly under the bar, okay? And you'll be minding your business. Don't look at the floor as you go down, okay? So as I go down and I start the movement with my hips going back, look how much I'm bending at my knees. It's almost like I'm doing a squat, but it's not, okay? Because a squat, I will be like this, right? But it's a hip hinge movement. So again, now, key part here that a lot of people make a mistake of, they try to go too far, they go too down, and they start to round their back. This is why you start going to have lower back pain. Normally, when you have lower back pain, it's because you're going too low. So try to stop a little bit earlier so you don't go as slow. You also need to have a strong core or brace, learning how to brace and breathe correctly so your core is stable to support you with this exercise because it's a compound. So if you don't know how to brace correctly, it will be a little bit more complicated to feel it, okay? But try it out. As always, with no weight, just to try out and get used to the movement first, and then you will see the rest. But again, I'll do 4 sets of this, and it's one of my favorites. I actually love this, so I'm always excited to doing this because I really proper feel it with my glutes. I do a little tip. As a trainer, I actually shouldn't really do that much, but what I normally do is when I do the exercise and I bend down, I don't completely elevate my feet, okay? I just only think of putting the weight a little bit more in my heels. This only applies because we're doing on the Smith machine and it gives you already that support and balance. You can't do, for example, this exercise, you wouldn't be able to do it in the squat rack because, of course, you are already fighting for your balance itself. The Smith machine is giving you already that balance that you wouldn't have otherwise. So that's why I like to do this little tip and almost like to transfer my weight on my heels, okay? So as I go down, that way I feel it a little bit more in my glutes. That's another tip that I'd like to give you, okay? So little tip, let's go. And I will increase the weight every set, by the way. So I will do the first set lighter to focus a little bit more and kind of just warm up a little bit, and then I will just increase it every time. So as you can see, as I go down, I look down as well. Perfect. Okay, so we're going into isolations, my loves, And what I'm going to do, I like to do a little bit of a drop set with this. So I will start first with a heavy weight, then no rest, because it's a drop set, means no rest. We're gonna be grabbing a lighter weight and just finish off until failure. This is why I told you that this session is gonna be focusing on getting the pump. So this is what we're gonna be doing, okay? So it's actually a myth that people say, you know, you have to round your back like this. This is only true if you feel it too much in your lower back. If you don't feel it in your lower back, your glutes actually will work regardless in this exercise. So it's not true you have to do this to engage them more. It makes no difference in terms of like engaging the glutes. What it makes a difference is in case you are actually targeting your lower back and you feel it too much, is bothering you, then the rounding of your upper back will eliminate any of your lower back involvement. So for that reason, then yes, you can do it. But if you don't, I actually prefer doing with my spine neutral because I feel like I can get more of the range of motion as well. So what we will do, I don't know how people train with nummies. You're psychopaths deep down, aren't you? Okay, if you can push for 5, no wait, that would be great. This is what failure means. You're dying, I can't anymore. Like literally you cannot squeeze one more extra rep. Okay, let's go back to real life, reality. This burns. I look like the woman from the ring, hunting your dreams. Right, guys. That being said, I'm gonna wrap this up, this session. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, if you want me to create a perfect plan for you, based on the goals and the things that you want to grow, if you want to focus on certain areas, etc., don't forget to link in the description. Please like and subscribe. Because I'm literally, you know how hard it is. Let me rant a little bit now. You know how hard it is to train? You're trying to recover, take your breath back. You have to talk to you. That's why I'm out of breath. I feel like I have asthma at this point. So yeah, that's more difficult. Anyway, Familia, for this, that's why you deserve a like and subscribe, okay? That being said, I'll see you next time for another video so you don't miss any of my tips and tricks for you. I'll see you next time with another video. Ciao, amore.